This is a 1972 DeTomaso Pantera in barn find condition. Looks like it's been off the road for about 12 years. It's been in garage kept, so it's got a very minimal amount of rust for a car from the 70s. And the paint's actually in pretty good shape. But it's rough on the inside, it's very moldy. Looks like some critters have been living there for a while. So lots of acorns and nutshells, so we're gonna clean the interior with caution and then see what we can do. The intent of this one is a preservation detail. The current owner hasn't driven it, so we want to get it as clean as possible in its current condition, get it in working order, and then he'll decide how much and if he wants to invest or if he wants to leave that opportunity to the next owner. So as soon as you open the door, you can start to smell the mold. So our first thing is going to be to decontaminate this and get it safe to continue to work on the car. Underneath the floor mats, the carpet's actually in excellent condition. Driver's seat's in much better condition because it had a cover on it. Steering wheel looks pretty good. That should clean up nicely. It's just really nice, simple analog controls, an old cassette player. So taking a look at the front, you can see critters that made a home in here. Doesn't look like they ate through any of the wiring, which is good. And I think the carpet's pretty much intact, so this should clean up pretty well. We'll give it a good vac and then disinfect and clean the carpet. Looking in the back at the engine, that big old Ford V8, the hood struts are completely shot, so I have to hold this up. We're going to degrease this and clean it up as much as possible just to make it easier to work on, and then decide later how much additional polishing and detail we need to do. One good thing about this car are these Euro spec bumpers. They're not really going to protect anything, but they sure do look nice. Just a whisper of a bumper. The paint's in good shape. There's quite a few spots where it's rusting, which is usually contamination coming from below the paint, not so much breaking through the top. Paint's pretty thick on this car, so it should polish up nice, single stage paint. We'll see as we get into it. Doesn't look like evidence of respray, but you never know. That usually becomes evidence once you start working at it. This car is just sexy. It's that 70s wedge shape with Ford reliability. So here's the plan of attack for the interior. We're going to start by vacuuming, getting up anything we can, pull out anything we can and clean it outside. Then we're going to start cleaning the surfaces. The idea is that you want to get everything and get as much of the mold up through cleaning that you can, and then use steam cleaner or carpet cleaner. What you don't want to do is go straight into the mold with a lot more water, because you're just going to drive the mold deeper into the fibers and actually make the situation worse. Finished the decontamination of the interior. The seats are in excellent condition. Soaked up a ton of leather conditioner yesterday. We used the ozone machine. We've done some initial cleaning. We refreshed the steering wheel, and now we can do a normal detail on the interior. So here's the passenger side clean. This is using lather, shag on the carpet, and Restore, which is a viral killer with the mold abatement. This is just after the deep clean, so we still haven't polished yet, but we've removed all the surface contaminants and the car is ready for polish. But before we get to it, I'm gonna work on the engine. Day 2 of the Pantera project. We got the interior pretty much demolded yesterday. Seats came back pretty good, and today we're gonna start working on cleaning up the engine bay and start to figure out our plan of attack for the paint. Phase 3 of the engine cleanup. Got the degreaser cooking. While the degreaser soaks, we've got the ozone machine working away in the front, trying to get rid of some of the funky smell in the carpeting. Here's the engine after detailing. Start of day 3. One of the downsides of working outside is having to wash the car repeatedly. So after about the 147th wash and dry, we're set to go. We're going to start polishing, so we need to tape off the black bits that we don't want to hit with DA and get started. Here's a look at what's under the mirror. Paint's cracked, but it's in pretty good shape. Gives us an idea of the shine we should get when we're done. Here's the first test panel, 2 passes with Brio's correcting cream. Polishing is done. Now we just need to wipe off the pollen from overnight. get the car clean with some mixture of water and alcohol and apply the ceramic coat. Start of the final day. Today we're going to put the ceramic coat on and wrap up the Pantera project.